Hello, in this program we're going to draw a vertical bar graph using arrays. So the first thing we're going to need is an array. Call it int array. Let's make it have 6, an array of 6 equals, and let's use the following numbers: 1, 3, 4, 3, 8, and 9. Alright, so now the other thing we're going to need is the highest number of the array. So in this case it's 9. So we know it's going to have 9 rows. So let's just assume that the highest is array 0. Array 0 would be this one because it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though it's an array of 6, it starts at 0. So let's assume that. But we have to check. So let's call this int check is 0. So it's going to go from 0 all the way until 5. As I just explained, it goes from 0 to 5, even though it's 6. And every time it's going to add 1 to the check. Alright, so now we'll use an if statement. If whatever check is on is greater than the highest, and that means that the highest is equal to whatever check is on. So it's 0, it's 1, so it's going to say int of 0, which is 1, is not greater than the highest. It's the same thing because it assumes it's already 1. So whatever. So let's say int of 1 is 3. 3 is greater than the current highest, which is 1. So it's going to change the highest to 3. And it's going to check. And when it reaches 9, it's going to see that 9 is the highest. So now that we have the highest, we can start drawing the bar graph. So for int rows is the highest, it's going to start at the highest, and it's going to go till it's greater than or equal to 1. Every time it's going to subtract 1 from the rows. So this is going to take care of the rows. Now we're going to take care of the columns. So let's say the columns is 0, and the columns is going to go all the way until 5. Same as this one, all the way until 5. And it's going to keep adding 1 to the columns. So columns. Alright, so now we have to decide whether we want spaces or stars. So if array, sorry, this should be array right here. Alright, so if array of columns is greater than or equal to the rows, we're going to see out a star. Else we're going to see out a space. Alright, and then after that's done, we're going to end the line. Alright, so let me explain how that works. So it's going to start at the highest. So the highest is 9. Highest is 9. So at column 0, as long as it's less than or equal to 5, columns plus plus. So array of column 0 is equal to 1. So 1 is not greater than or equal to 9. So it's going to see out a space. And it's going to go until it reaches column 5. So array of 5 is going to be equal to 9, and it's going to see that 9 is less than or equal to 9, so it's going to see out a star. Alright, so that we want to draw these lines and the numbers. Alright, actually we can make this better, so it starts at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me do that in this program. Alright, so now we're going to need another for loop. Let's use the same columns variable. Say it's equal to 0 as long as the columns is less than or equal to 5. Same thing, columns plus plus, and every time it's going to see out the lines. Now we need another one to see out the numbers, so 4 columns equals, start at 1 this time, and it's going to go until 6 columns plus plus. This is essentially the same thing. So every time you're going to see out whatever columns is. And we're going to need a space. Oh, and between this we're going to need to end the line. And end the line. That's it. We finished the program and we run it. And it should be fine. Sorry, I forgot the semicolon. And over here, let me just write int calls. Sorry, I forgot to specify. So yeah, it looks like that. And that's what we expected. Alright, so thank you for watching. Hope you learned something.